Dex, where a trading novice, that's me, trades with a 20-plus year expert, the man known as Dex the Vulcan, Dex the Algo Capitalist, or just my main man, Dex. Dex is the head trader in charge at our room at watchustrade.io. Head over to watchustrade.io to learn more, to register for a free online live trading event, or to join our room where you can trade with Dex yourself. All right. I don't know if everything's working, but we're live. Hey, everybody. This is our new Frank Trades with Dex live. And yes, I'm showing my gorgeous face today. No, I'm not Dex. This is Frank, if you hadn't guessed already. So do me a favor. If you're watching live, let us know if you can hear everything. We're using some new software. We're doing things a little differently today, obviously. So let me know if you can see my screen, if you can see my camera, and then we'll be off to the races. So this is Frank Trades with Dex. We run the Watch Us Trade Room, currently Watch Us Trade Room, very soon to be renamed PulseWave Trading. But for now, if you want to get involved with everything that we're doing, all right, you see me. Do you hear me? All right, cool.
I hear you just fine, my man.
All right, you hear me. Yeah, I'm asking the chat. Okay, good. They can hear us. Okay, cool. Did you guys hear the music when we played that intro video? That was our big concern. Dex, now you're telling me using the same Gmail account that you
I
can
know,
right? John says I lost my hair. Yeah, I started shaving my head. It's funny, man. In high school, I went from having long locks of Eddie Vedder hair, which was amazing, to shaving my head. And then I got married, and a few years later I thought, let me grow my hair. And it was gone. It was all gone. So, but anyway, we're checking out the markets. Dex, how you doing today, man?
Doing great, my man. Doing great.
You can see what's always on my mind is BitTorrent. That's what I have up on the screen right now. And it's trading in the cloud on the hourly. I don't know if that matters. I know you don't care about the hourly, but anyway, yeah, I decided to rename this Frank Trades with Dex Live because that's really what it's about. And we're here to take your questions, look at charts with you. And oh, that hurts, man. You had to call me Mr. Clean. I do my first on camera, and they go Mr. Clean on me.
Don't feel bad. I'm bald brutal too, so don't feel bad.
Yeah, but you didn't turn your camera on. So we renamed it Frank Trades with Dex Live because we're going to be taking questions every day, looking at different trades that we've got going on at Watch Us Trade, and most of all trying to help people who are in our room or people who are thinking about coming in our room and taking your questions. So if you guys got any particular charts or anything that you want to look at or any news that you have questions about related to the markets, let us know right there in the live chat on YouTube, and we'll get to you. So yeah, Dex, we've always done this live in the room, but now we're doing it live out in the public, and so yes. So that's fun. That's cool. But hey, man, what do you want to look at? Anything in particular you want to pull up today?
Well, you got that BitTorrent up, so might as well start with what you got up.
Yeah, yeah. So I got the daily on the left, and the weekly on the right. So,
all right. Well, let's jump into that. Let me go ahead and pull up the magic potions and see what we got going on there on that crypto, and that's BTT. So hold on just a second. I can be right there rocking with you. All right, so we've been talking about this one for the last couple of days.
Yeah,
and we have noticed that we will. I always like to tell people to prepare to, tighten up their stops. Try to, lock in as much profit as possible. We started, the day off with a crash alert, meaning that we were looking for prices to begin to pull back a little bit. And that's pretty much what you're seeing happening. Mm-hmm. We're in an overall continuation pattern. You can see that on the weekly chart on the right, mm-hmm. and the daily charts on the left. So you see we are pulling back, scaling back a little bit. But you see that the market seems to be well supported around that 16 handle. Mm-hmm. So I do believe that if we close below that we will enter correction mode and we'll be officially topped out.
Okay. So
we still got another day to trade. We got another 24 hours, so we'll see what happens. But mm-hmm. this is definitely where you want to start protecting profits at this point.
Okay. So
and that's your BTT.
Tighten up the stops. All right, cool. Well, let's look at the other thing that begins with B that everybody's always interested in. Let's look at Bitcoin.
All right, let's do the Bitcoin.
Then we'll start taking some requests. So this is the Coinbase chart. You want the weekly?
Yeah, I like weekly and daily up together.
All right, you want them both. Okay. My all this stuff we're doing, it's getting my streaming is a little slow, so bear with me. Or my internet's a little slow. So, well, you got them right there. Actually, you don't. Hold on, I got to click again. No, you do. You got them both. Okay, cool. So we're looking at Bitcoin against the dollar on the Coinbase chart.
Yep. Okay, so as you can see, Bitcoin is it's kind of similar to the BTT a little bit as far as the way that it's moving with a powerful upsurge, but you are in that cumulus cloud of death. All right, and this is where you see the market begin to kind of ebb and flow. It builds a trading range inside of the cloud and then proceeds to trade both top and bottom side of range. This one has a lot of air pocket in it, a lot of space to move around and still be in a bullish stance at 7,400.
Right.
All right. So this one can pull back to 7,400, and as long as it doesn't close below it, you're good. You're just in a pullback status, and then you can get ready to get long again. So this one, same as the BTT, you want to definitely protect your profits. It should be noted that on the future side, the Bitcoin futures is up $42.50 right now. So it's holding at the 87.70 level right now. Well, so you do have some energy here.
What do you think of this this weekly bar? This little smashed bar here. Does that tell you anything? The fact that there's no body to the candle at all?
Yeah, it's basically saying that there's no real shorting coming in. There's no real selling. People aren't taking aggressive profits.
Okay.
Which means they think it's going to go higher.
Interesting.
It means that people are just holding right now.
Mm-hmm.
The longs are holding, so they believe that the market's going to go higher. You don't see a lot of selling. It's just people are just holding steady right now. You don't see a lot of buying either.
Mm-hmm.
Not right now. It's just people are neutral. The longs are in control of the market, and they're just holding their cards.
Nice.
It should be noted too that on the daily, we're still locked in on this bull trend, and we're locked in with bullish momentum. So allow some pullback, but just be sure to keep those stops tight because the pullback could be fast and furious. And on the future side, we came into today with a crash alert.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you had mentioned that yesterday, I think.
Yeah,
didn't we had one yesterday too, didn't we?
Yeah, 911 crash alert.
Okay. Yeah.
When you see back-to-back alerts like that, you really do need to take notice.
Mm-hmm.
On the future side, anyway, this is the first one that we had. We didn't have one on the futures yesterday. Mm-hmm. That was just for today. But within the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, within the last 10 days, we have had 4 911 crash alerts in the Bitcoin futures. All right. Mm-hmm. So you want to take notice of that. The market has not really corrected yet. So you want to keep that in mind. But okay. I think that we're going to go higher before we go lower. Mm-hmm. I think that 7,500 level is going to stand. You have support right now at 7,500. And then you also have support down to 6,800. But I don't think that you want to see the market close below 7,500 because if it does, then you run the risk of entering into full correction mode. Okay. So I think this run is real. I think this is going to go top side of the cumulus cloud and keep running. I think we'll have to revisit the conversation of correction around the 11,000 mark if we don't get it now. I don't think it's going to correct until we get to 11,000.
All right, we have a request for Tezos. Let's see. Trying to choose my chart.
XTZ.
XTZ.
We don't have that one on our list, do we?
I think we do.
Let me see.
I think we have it trading against Bitcoin. We don't have it against the dollar.
Because I can't see everything. Hold on, let me see some XZT. Let's see.
Here's the Kraken chart. This is the Kraken chart against the dollar.
Yeah, I don't have X. We don't have XTZ.
We don't, huh?
We have XLM, XMR, and XRP. But we don't have that one in the system. But I can still tell you just looking at the chart what's what.
Okay, cool.
All right. So
yeah, I pulled up the charts for you. This is the XTZ against the dollar.
Okay. Well, basically, looking at the weekly chart, you can see that this one is, breaking out. It's rallying. And on the daily, though, you're sideways. You're caught in a zone on the daily chart. You're just consolidated outside of the Kumo cloud. But you do have upcoming rampage, and the market's trying to move ahead of that. So right now, this one could stretch out. This consolidation period could stretch out, and all the way to the end of June, pretty much, or well into June. So just prepare for that. You're in a wide trading range. Okay. I can't see the numbers; they're a little blurry. I mean,
$1.67 is current price.
$1.67. Okay.
Or I'm sorry, $1.67.68.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, you're in this wide range. See the top of the wick there, and then that low one that goes. No, not that one. Come back down, right there. Yep. So that top of that wick all the way to the bottom of the other wick. Go all the way down. Go over to your left. Yep, right there.
Okay.
That's your trading range.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's
so from $1.72 all the way down to $1.44 is your trading range.
That's the range that's been established.
Yeah. Okay.
When you see multiple pointers like that, it means that you're in a consolidation zone, and it means that for the unseeable feature, the market's going to trade inside of those ranges. It's not going to trade outside of them. It's going to trade within those ranges. All right, until a new trend can be established. On the daily, you're already in a correction mode. In the daily, you're not on the weekly though. The weekly is safe right now, but the daily is consolidated and in a slight correction. You're not in a correction on the weekly, but you are on the daily. So when the daily and the weekly mix like that, that means consolidation.
Okay. All right. Next request was for XRP. It's probably already in my list. It's probably why it's coming up like this. Let's see. I got to do these alphabetical.
Yeah, we got XRP. XRP, according to the system, is in a correction mode right now. It's in correction off the bear market low, and you did have negative momentum, crash alert, pullback coming into today. The market has shaken that off. And this one looks like it has the potential to make a run from where it is right now. I expect maybe a slight pullback before the next leg up.
Okay.
But this one looks extremely bullish right now. Extremely bullish.
Yeah, we looked. Let's see. Let me pull out on this.
This has more room to run.
We looked at. What's XRP? Is XRP Ripple? I always get those ones with the X. I get them all screwed up.
Yeah, me too. That's Ripple.
We looked at a different, probably one that had a longer history yesterday, and let me just pull up a different list here. I got different lists. Here's my pre-market bull scan list. Let's see. This is why I couldn't find the symbols. We looked at a different chart yesterday, I think it was, on XRP, and it was going right into the cloud. It was already in the cloud, kind of like Bitcoin.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Or no, it was right below it. It was right below it. Yeah, sorry, my computer's going super slow on me, killing me here. I don't know what I just pulled up. It's one of these things where you click and see what happens 5 minutes later,
Yeah, it's like you pull up a bond, one of the bonds.
Yeah, sorry.
I think it's TBT is what you pulled up.
Yeah, hold on one sec. All right, let me go to my orange list. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's probably this.
Yeah,
Is probably
someone said that Kraken or Pollen
here.
has more.
Here we go. Bitfinex is the one that had the cloud on it. This is the one I was looking for.
Okay.
So I mean, you can see it. I mean, my screen is all. Well, actually, let me move my myself off of there. There you go.
Yep. Bumping up against resistance. Yep. This is the one we looked at yesterday.
Yeah.
Definitely bumping up against resistance here. So it's going to have a hard way to go. I'm not saying that it can't power up from here and get deeper inside the cloud, but right now it's facing massive resistance ahead. So it's going to be hard pressed to get above that number. I don't know what that number is. I can't see it.
Yeah, comment. I'm sorry, what?
There's a number. Go up some more. No, come down. Wait, come way down. Stop right there. Yep. See the top side of that? The top side of where
this wick here?
No, go up. No. Inside the cloud, that bottom part. Go up.
Oh, just tell me bottom of the cloud. Oh, you just say it's bottom of the cloud, man.
Yeah, that's resistance. That's
so
resistance.
0.492.
Yep.
Thereabouts. Yeah.
Yep.
Good question in comments here from Corby. Says XRP may be used if financial crisis hits to help with liquidity. June, July are months to watch. What do you think of that? Any thoughts? Because I think the thinking behind that, if I'm understanding it, is it's your, as everybody says, it's your banker's coin. And so it's something that a lot of and tell me if I'm wrong there, Corby. If this is your thinking. There's a lot of large institutions that hold XRP, and so if they have liquidity issues, they can get rid of it in order to get some cash flow. And so that's one thought that I've heard people express. So.
Well, if that's the case, then the price would drop even further.
Yeah, absolutely, exactly. It would just
the fact that
wrecked.
Bankers hold it doesn't bode well for this particular way. That explains why it's falling into the abyss.
They're liquidating it. All right, let's see. I'm trying to follow the comments here. So we did.
Someone asked, is the TWM still in play? The answer to that question is absolutely. Yes, absolutely. The system is still long the TWM. I am using the recommended stop loss on the system sheet. So if you're following me on that one, that's where my stop is. My stop is right where the sheet is. And I'm still long and strong in the TWM, looking to add to said position. I know that we had some followers in the room today that took today's pullback. Today we filled in the gap, and so they used that opportunity to get long and to add to positions. If you did that, you need to pat yourself on the back. Notice how the market came within 2 ticks or 2 pennies of yesterday's entry point. So patience would have got you a possible fill right at today's low, if you were so inclined to do so and had that ticket working. That's the power of the PulseWaves, people.
Yeah, man.
You pull up the low of the day without even knowing it. Come on, man. Who does that?
That's very cool.
What system out there is doing that right now? Nobody.
Litecoin request. I think we also had a better Litecoin yesterday. Litecoin is actually in the cloud when you have more data. It's coming up. I'm waiting for this one to pull up.
Litecoin.
There you go. Yeah,
look at the system.
It's just like Bitcoin.
Yeah, sometimes though the system says something different. Okay, let me just look. Okay, you were flat on your rally and crash alerts coming into today, but you're still in a bull. You're still locked in that bull trend. You're in a mature bull market. According to the system specs right now, you're in a mature bull market, and you're within the Kumo cloud of death. But here's the funny thing. You're in the Kumo cloud of death on that chart.
I love how ominous you make it. You're in the Kumo cloud of death.
According to the system, though, according to the algo charts, you are not inside of the Kumo cloud.
Ah, interesting.
So guess what that means?
What?
This one looks like it's going to run and break out of the cloud, break topside to the cloud. So this one looks like
that's
it has
interesting.
A lot of pent-up energy. Yeah, man. You're not in the Kumo cloud on the system, but you are on that chart.
And he's talking about the PulseWave Price Trigger system, of course.
Yep. We're talking about the algos. The algos
Algos.
have a mind of their own. They have their own price patterns and mechanics that they abide to. They do not abide by charts that you see in any software package or brokerage account. They are independent of all of that. As a matter of fact, I've seen it many times where the algos will say something's in a bear market, even though it's in a bull market.
Mm-hmm.
And then over time, what happens is the market, collapses on people are like, oh, where did that come from? What happened? I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have to explain to them, you've been in a bear market all this time. You just didn't know it. You're in one of those secular, big macro bear markets, and you just didn't realize it. So now the market's resuming its natural course.
Mm-hmm.
So in this case, though, this market is, retracing off of its bear market lows. And according to the system, it is mature. It's actually in a mature bull market now. It has switched from bear market to bull market. The question is, will it be able to hold it and continue to rally? I'm going to go with PulseWaves and say that this mature bull market is ready to rip. Now, according to you looking at this chart, you don't see price and trend lines outside of the Kumo cloud. So according to, if you were just using this chart, you'd say we're not in a mature bull market. Mm-hmm. We're still in a bear market. But according to the system, not so.
Now, according to the system, Bitcoin still is in the cloud, though. We're talking about Litecoin. So,
yeah, I'm about this Litecoin.
Yeah, yes. But Bitcoin, I'm just asking because it's so similar. So, the system has similar Kumo cloud of death with Bitcoin and a lot of cryptos, right? And
with BTC Bitcoin, I like to call it the cash market. The cash BTC is not in the Kumo cloud either. It's in a mature bull market.
Seriously?
According to the system, it's not in a bear market.
Really?
Yeah.
When did it pop out?
I can tell you right now. Hold on. I'll tell you right now.
So what would that be? Would that be the 11 on the sheet, on the weekly?
Kumo cloud of death is 88 on the sheet. We have been bullish, mature bullish, since May the 10th.
Wow. I've got to clarify that.
I know. But prior to that, you were in a bear market correction. You were just rallying,
yeah,
correcting off of the lows, and then we went mature. We went mature on May the 10th.
Okay. Wow, that's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
No other, and like you're saying, no other system really can show you that. Like if just looking at this chart, if this chart was the one I have up right now for Bitcoin against the dollar, you'd only be able to say, well, you're in the Kumo cloud of death. It's not a mature market yet, but based on the algos, you are in a mature market.
Yep.
So, no, Angela, the opposite. When he says cash BTC, he means like literal BTC. Not the future.
The actual crypto market. Yeah. But because we have, all right, let me say it like this. Because we're in the process of rolling out more futures products based on the cryptos, whenever I refer to the cryptos, I call them the cash market, and the reason being is because same thing with stocks. If it's a financial futures contract like the Dow futures, then I'm going to refer to the equity side as the cash market. Even though the futures products are settled in cash, not all of them, but the financial products are. I refer to it as the cash market.
Well, let's. We've got to wrap up. We're getting ready to go on live Rogue News, and this, by the way, folks, this is pretty much our daily schedule now. We're doing Frank Trades with Dex live around 10:30. Usually it'll be 10:30. Today we were trying to figure out all of our live streaming and stuff like that. You are welcome. And then we're going live for the Daily 10 with V, which is basically 10 minutes of news, and so Dex will focus on the news there. I'm curious, Dex. We were live yesterday when Mueller was talking. And we didn't see a big hit on the market. Has that announcement all been factored in? I know it seemed to me like he was just trying to give CNN something to talk about for a few more weeks before they have to just turn the lights off there. Like I'm wondering, did he go to that press conference straight from signing his CNN contributor agreement?
Pretty much. I think they were trying to save save the day a little bit. And I'll be honest with you, the market could care less.
It sure
shook
seemed like
all of that off, and we are still in a correction, you guys. We are in a stock market correction, whether people want to like it or not.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Sorry, folks.
So before we go, watchustrade.io to get in the room. I've been saying this for a few weeks now, and we are getting down to the wire. We are getting ready to relaunch under a new name. But when we relaunch, our price is going up. But if you get in now, you lock in our current low monthly rate, and you get access to all 5 of the sheets. And so now's a good time. Also, in the description of this video on YouTube, there is a link to register for our Friday webinar. So click that link. You've got to pre-register. We're going to do PulseWave trading for beginners. So if you're hearing us talk about the algos and our entries and our stop losses and our stop limits and all this kind of stuff, we're gonna break it all down, what we do with the PulseWave trading system. And so that's 1 hour. It's free. It's 1 hour this Friday. I'm sorry, it's at 1 p.m. this Friday Eastern. And you can catch us there. We might simulcast it right to YouTube. I think we can.
That would be awesome.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure we could do that. We'll see. It might be a little slow, but we'll basically be able to do it. But get on that, and we would love to have you. It's always a lot of fun. You'll have me, you'll have Dex, you'll have V the Guerrilla will be there, and we always have a good time. So we'll be showing you what the PulseWave Price Triggers, the reports, the daily reports look like. We'll talk about capital requirements, what you need to get started in the markets, and it's really next to nothing if you want to trade forex or cryptos. And I'll be talking about different accounts that you need and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. That's this Friday, 1 p.m. Link is in the description here on YouTube. And, man, I think we're done. Anything else you wanted to say, Dex?
Nah, catch us over at the Rogue News.
Yeah, we're going to be on there in a few minutes. Once the Guerrilla gets out of the shower, and by shower he means, he told me I'm going in the shower. He by shower he means he goes in the backyard and his wife sprays him with a hose and throws bananas at him. And she says, "Dance, ape," and he does his little and just all right. I'll stop.
So
and
I already know where the Rogue News show today is going. I already know now.
Yeah.
Yesterday V was in rare form. Now you're in rare form. Oh my goodness, you're in trouble.
All right, man. I would like to say that I am not as red looking as I am on this camera. Now, it makes you insecure when you're on the camera, man. I would like to say, depending on which screen I look at, because I can see myself on 2 different screens. One has me looking very red. I mean, people should be worried about my health based on how red I look on that camera. And then the other camera, I look like a normal pasty white man, which is what I am in my day-to-day life. So I'd just like to say, folks, don't worry about my health. I'm going to be okay. Very, very calm. In fact, my Apple Watch is giving me a very calm heart rate right now. I'm good to go. All right, folks. Thanks for watching. I think, me putting my sexy face on these things, we're going to have to change the rating on these videos. I don't know if children can watch this. It's just too much raw masculinity.
They may not.
You know what, too? There should be a warning for feminists, because I have a lot of toxic masculinity that you could just see it right on my face, man. I mean, look at this.
You try to get us a strike?
I got knives.
You trying to get us a strike? Oh man, you just brought a knife to school. Now we got to shut the whole school down. We got to call in the hazmat team. Oh my goodness.
All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna play that sweet. And here's the cool thing with our new live setup. I can play our sweet heavy metal outro, which, man, you never hear that, and the people live with us never hear that, man. So let's hear some sweet heavy metal. Thank you all for joining us and giving us your support and your great questions. That's what this show's about, helping you out. And so we're over, and Frank, hit that sweet heavy metal outro video. All right, we'll see you guys on Rogue News very soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. To sign up for one of our live trading demos or to just join the room so that you can get in and trade with Dex, go to watchustrade.io. Thanks.